Rochester City School District officials providing an update on the busing crisis that has already pushed back the start of the school year.
Superintendent Dr. Leslie Meyer-Small says currently 144 K-8 students do not have a way to get to school, any form of transportation. Students within a 1.5-mile radius of schools 10, 17, and 22 in Rochester are being asked to walk to school. The superintendent did say transportation will be covered for students with disabilities. Another meeting on the issue will be held tonight at 5:30. The first day for students in the city school district has been pushed back to Thursday.
Another big obstacle students could be facing this year, learning loss.
Carmela Boykin is live this morning with how a local tutoring center is helping address the issue. Carmela, good morning.
Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Leah. Some students have spent up to as long as 18 months outside of a traditional classroom, and that means they've missed the same amount of time without the supervision of a teacher monitoring their progress. Director of the Sylvan Learning Center, Susan Starren, says the biggest impact of learning loss has been in math and reading in younger grades. Starren says this is concerning, as reading is fundamental and the foundation for every other element of learning. Starren says catching up will be a challenge for teachers, but it's possible.
There's going to need to be a lot of intervention, kind of addressing the fact that you need to go back and fill in those holes, get those kids back up to grade level, and help them move forward at the same time. And that's not going to be easy to do in the classroom.
And Starren said one of the best things for students will be small group and one-on-one work with teachers. At home, parents reading with their children will also help kids develop better essential skills. Reporting in Rochester, Carmela Boykin, News 8. Mark and Leah.
Carmela, thank you. Several districts began their first day coming up tomorrow, including East Rochester and Greece.
Well, today President Biden is visiting areas of New Jersey and New York hit hard by remnants of Hurricane Ida. More than 50 people in the Northeast died from the storm.
We are joined this morning by Washington correspondent Rashad Hudson with the latest. Rashad, good morning. What is the president's plan to assist those who have been heavily impacted by Ida?
Good morning. Right now, the federal government is helping when it comes to things like meals, water, and helping people find shelter. Now, at least on the Gulf Coast, there remains about 14,000 people that are displaced. The president has also talked about tapping into the reserved oil supply to help people get gas and start up those generators that many people may be out of power. Now, when the president comes to New York and New Jersey, he's also expected to promote his infrastructure bill, in which he says will help the country prepare for the next big storm.
All right, Rashad, thank you very much. It could be weeks before some of those in Louisiana have power again.
All right, let's turn our attention to the forecast around these parts. Whole different kind of deal. A beautiful Tuesday on tap, although a chilly start. Christine, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Definitely a beautiful start to the day. Live camera behind me showing just a beautiful shot over at the Genesee Lighthouse. You can see the sun is rising, a little bit of some cloud cover over the lake, but it's really just a smooth sailing morning. Temperatures right now, cool to start. We're in the low 50s. It will take time to rise eventually into the 60s and upper 70s for this afternoon, but we will eventually get there. The sunshine will definitely help with that. It looks like it definitely warmer afternoon with no rain to report until we get to overnight into Wednesday. So definitely just take the time, get outside and enjoy the day after you get out of work and school.
All right, Christine, thank you. Time now for another check of the roads with our sunrise traffic and a live look over the thruway at this hour. Like we mentioned a few minutes ago, light volume to start the day on the thruway. Similar story on the main arteries here in Rochester. 390, 490, and 590 are all up to speed as well. Well, happening today, Yasmin Moody, the Greece woman accused of murdering and robbing a man last November, is due in court. Police responded to the area of Wilkins and Carter Streets around 4 a.m. back on November 6th for that report of an assault. When they got there, they found 29-year-old Daniel Baldwin with a stab wound. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Just hours later, Moody was arrested and charged with second-degree murder and burglary.
In other news this morning, the job market grew by 235,000 jobs in August. That's according to the Labor Department. The number was much weaker than expected, though. Experts say a sign of the Delta variant's impact on employment opportunities, that is. Overall, the nation's unemployment rate dropped to 5.2% last month.
Governor Kathy Hochul signing a number of laws designed to strengthen and protect the state's workforce. The governor says the legislation will boost workplace safety and help New Yorkers hang on to their paychecks. The first law includes safety measures for construction workers. The second is designed to fight wage theft. Governor Hochul says more protections for workers could mean more people returning to the workforce.
I'm a Buffalo girl through and through, and I'm taking those values and sharing them with others to know we know what hard work is all about. We know what it's like to sacrifice. We know what it's like to build the American dream.
Well, the governor also signing legislation extending shared work benefits as well.
With additional federal unemployment benefits now over, many industries hope more people will return to the workforce. Staffing shortages have forced many restaurants to adjust their hours or close on certain days of the week. One local restaurant owner says before the pandemic, he often hired workers with years of experience. Now his restaurant is forced to put more time and money into training people who are new to the industry.
We've had nurses, we've had teachers that are kind of picking up shifts. So what we're seeing a lot right now are staff members that actually have full-time jobs. They're either off for the summer or they have the afternoons off, or any type of situation where they're just picking up a couple shifts a week. I hope that everybody's more understanding, realize that this industry has changed, and bear with us, because eventually we will push through it.
Experts say other factors have also played a role in worker shortages, such as pay rates and hours required per week.
Public health officials are bracing for another possible COVID-19 surge after the long Labor Day weekend. Many Americans traveled to mark the unofficial end of summer. Airports were busy, even though the CDC warned unvaccinated people should stay home. The TSA says the number of passengers was just 14% less than the last pre-pandemic Labor Day back in 2019.
Police are investigating a carjacking. This happened on East Ridge Road in Rochester. Officers responding to that area around 4 p.m. Sunday. Police say a 55-year-old Greece resident was approached by 3 male suspects who knocked her to the ground and took her car keys. Police say one of those suspects drove off in the victim's vehicle while the others left in another vehicle. The stolen car was recovered a few hours later, according to police. No suspects right now are in custody. Any witnesses, if you saw anything, you're being asked to please call 911.
All right, here's what some folks might be talking about at the water cooler this morning. And sad news here, Hollywood remembering actor Michael K. Williams, who was found dead at his New York City apartment over the weekend. He was 54. Williams, you may recognize him, famous for his role as Omar in the HBO hit series The Wire, and his starring roles in other movies like 12 Years a Slave and Django Unchained. Williams's cause of death has yet to be determined by medical examiners, but he was a talented actor who will absolutely be missed.
Yes, and be remembered as well. He left his mark for sure.
Indeed.
All right, the time now is 6:54. It's a cool start. The good news is, though, it's going to be a beautiful day.
Yeah, no sign of rain this morning, unlike yesterday at this time, Christine.
Yeah, yesterday, very different story. We were tracking rain and storms. Our satellite and radar right now is very quiet. We've got dry skies all around. Definitely a smooth sailing travel into work or school today. We've got high pressure in control. That's why we have such nice dry weather in store for today. Lots of sunshine, too. Our next weather maker does not arrive until, I think, overnight into our Wednesday morning. That will come with, again, some more rain, I think, especially for the morning commute. Before today, just outright beautiful. We've got the live camera over Rochester right now showing the beautiful sky out there. Again, very, very dry conditions. Temperatures in the 50s, so jacket worthy to start, but we will eventually rise into the upper 60s and 70s, maybe even hitting that 80-degree mark for this afternoon. So just great day to get outside, maybe go for that bike ride. Again, just a outright beautiful day. Hopefully you guys get a chance to get outside and enjoy it before or after you get out of work today. I definitely think I will before I go down for the long nap tonight after work today, guys.
Yeah, and you know, we've been talking about it too. It's so nice to see the 80-degree mark still in your forecast. So people who say summer's over, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not over.
Yeah, we definitely still have those 80-degree temperatures in the future, I think, especially this weekend.
All right, looks good. Thank you so much. And we want to thank all of you for watching News 8 at Sunrise. CBS This Morning has a new edition.
That's right. Nate Burleson is joining the crew with Gail and Tony. CBS Mornings coming up next. Have a great day.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.